Um, Xavier, would you like to say hi? So basically, I got some sort of motion entered against me about removing updates that mention in any way what I have going on with my infant son. So that happened. I just want to give you guys an FTR real quick because there's been like 6 or 7 months that I have not FTR'd or that I have only FTR'd on my own phone and not shared. Did you say hi? Basically, what's going on lately is that Xavier and I are experiencing a very, very extreme amount of difficulty interpersonally in the morning times. Where is my lip gloss? Do you know where my lip gloss is? My lips feel so dry. When I just said interpersonally, I felt like my lip crack on the sides. Sorry. So anyways, we're waking up in the morning to get ready for our visit. And then Xavier is like, he's like getting like stuck. Like, he's like, if he were a screensaver on your computer, it's like, that's what's going on in his mind. Like, it's awful. And I like, for like an hour, am like incredibly patient. Like, hey babe, come on, we've got to go at, we're leaving at exactly 9:12. Now, also, a lot of you in the comments who are from like the country or like the suburbs or whatever, you don't know that if you live in an area where they monitor your parking by parking terminals called meters, you have to pay to park your vehicle from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. So it's free from 10 to 8, but from 8 to 10, you have to pay. So it's like, I'm constantly waking up feeling all of this pressure because I paid the terminal until a certain time. If we don't leave at 8 a.m., the first like 4 months of this, we were leaving between like 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. So it was no big deal. We would always be gone, and I would never have to pay. He didn't have any problems getting ready in the morning for the first 4 months of this. Now, randomly, I would say it just got severe a week ago, but it's been kind of an issue for about like 6 weeks. So I'll tell him, okay, 9:17 or 9:12 is the time that the parking expires. We need to go. He'll be like, okay, babe, at like 8 a.m., 7:30 a.m., 6 a.m., sometimes even the night before, I'll tell him what time where we need to leave by. I get up, pack the baby's lunch, clean up the house, make the bed, get dressed, take a bath, brush my teeth. Sometimes Xavier and I try to show love to each other for anywhere from 5 to 30 minutes in various ways, physically, emotionally, etc. Sometimes I lift weights whenever time allows. I have a 15-pound kettlebell that I like to lift, and I'm doing it on both sides, and I'm also doing squatting and things of that nature. And long story short, I pack a whole bunch of stuff in a very short amount of time because our schedule is very demanding. Let me say that again. Our schedule is very demanding. There's not a lot of unaccounted for time. So from here, wake up, get all my stuff done in the morning that I can, head to the visit, finish the visit. I have 2 hours with the baby, finish the visit. Mind you, also, when I first wake up, I'm messaging all my kids. I have 4 children, besides Weston 3. So I'm messaging them saying, hey, are you getting up ready for school? I love you. Have a great day. Call me after school. Every day. I want my kids to always have a good morning text that's like, I love you, have a good day. So I'm doing all of that, and it's just very stressful, and I do a good job staying calm under all of that tremendous pressure. Then my significant other, my hubby, the father of our son Weston, Xavier, sitting behind me. P.S. He sits in the back seat because I like to have my bag accessible in the passenger, all my things that I need. And he has a lot of stuff too, if you guys have seen. Mine isn't trauma. I just carry a lot of stuff because I'm a girl and I like to be prepared. Xavier's is trauma. Like, he's afraid to put his stuff down. He hasn't put his stuff down since we got out of the tent. I bought a car and I work full time and I have an apartment, and Xavier and I have been together for a little over 3 years, a little under 4 years, between 3 and 4 years. And we do the same routine, give or take, every day. And he's not like improving with leaving his belongings somewhere. His father has like a storage for him. He has a room at his dad's, and he has like this storage bin in the garage of his dad's house that's like 2 blocks away from where he goes while I'm driving Uber during the day, and he won't even leave his stuff there. So he can't leave all of his stuff in my place, and it's just been a real struggle. So we're arguing like in the morning time to get out the door, and he has been turning for the last 4 days so volatile. The things that he has been saying to me, I wouldn't say to someone I hated, let alone someone who I have a baby with and who takes care of me and pays the rent and does all of these things. It's very hurtful, and I don't know what to do to not be accused of being the abusive when I'm literally exerting all of the patience, setting my boundaries, following the steps in a play by play to be respectful and get a good, outcome. So it's just super frustrating. Like the names that he calls me, I don't, every single live broadcast doesn't have to be like a check in on like how I was sexually assaulted and like all this other stuff. But he is following the footsteps of you know who when he significantly understands where where my trauma originates and then goes there to like pick a fight when I'm already in a high pressure, high anxiety situation. And then it's like, can Heather, like professionally, personally, as a parent, so socially, authoritatively, platonically, all of the different forms of engagement, can I keep it together under normal duress? Absolutely. Can I keep it together without raising my voice, without getting frustrated when 90 minutes have passed and I have no more money for the meter and I'm afraid of getting a ticket and my back is against the wall and he's also calling me names that specifically originate in the center of my sexual abuse trauma? Probably not. And he knows that. So I'm like in the hallway, like apologizing to the cleaning man about how I'm like, begging Xavier to please hurry up so we're not late to the visit. And 18 months of visits, and I've never once been late, not one single time. And then this week I've been late every single day. So, and it's not me, like I'm literally dressed standing there, like trying to hurry. And it's crazy because there were so many instances where we actually, we kind of like agreed with advance notice that he would leave all of his stuff in a certain place, and at the exact moment that it was time for us to leave, all he would have to do is literally get up and walk out the door. But he won't do it. So I don't know. It's like there's no get up and go, but also in the same breath, I don't think it's get up and go when I tell you the night before what time we need to go. Like there's nothing get up and go about that. That's premeditated. We knew for a whole day that I had to go to this visit at this time and that you needed to, be ready by this time. So we're dealing with that still. Have you seen my lip gloss? My lip is like bleeding in the corner, I feel. In addition to that, I'm really excited. Viv is going to start cosmetology school. My son is in his senior year, and Alexis transferred schools to start middle school this year. So my kids are like getting older, and it's so wild to me. I still feel like they're babies. I can't find it. Can you check in that bag for my Sephora lip oil, please? It's like a light pink top with like a strawberry or like raspberry color. Yeah, that one right there. Colored. like lip oil. So yeah, that's what's been going on, and no, that's lipstick. That's about it. I don't really have much else to report. I've done everything I'm supposed to do and continue to do so day after day. But I do want to restart on FTRs at least once a week, because there have been, yesterday they started harassing me and stalking me again, basically. And the videos that they had, no, that's lipstick. And the videos that they had of me working at Spin, they posted to YouTube and basically like said, oh, we found Heather here at Spin, blah, blah, blah. Nothing like untrue or even like unflattering, just like being mean, like nasty. And that same week, they put a bunch of QR codes with my face on stickers and hung them up in the bathroom and on the doors and on the bar where I worked at Spin Chicago, State Street in the River. If you guys are looking for something to do, it's a ping pong social club. But I don't work there anymore. So if you are looking to donate to my cause, please don't think you can go to Spin and tip, because I do not work there. I'm not a part of that tip pool. So any donated money would not get to me. So if you want to donate, please continue to do so the way that you've always done. And if you don't know how, please email Coco, a GoPro solo production at gmail.com and ask, inquire about how you can donate. Now, in addition to everything that I just got done mentioning to you, I've been looking at land. I told you guys I wanted to buy a big house for my children. If you guys have ever been to Hinsdale or like Highland Park, they have these monstrous, or like Winnetka, they have these huge, beautiful homes that are just so amazing. Just gorgeous. I mean, absolutely breathtaking. And did you find it? Oh, okay. Super pretty. And just really, really, really amazing. And I always want to buy one, but they're like literally millions of dollars. And the way that things have been going, I've only been able to make enough money to cover operating costs, a few small needs of each of my children. And when I say operating costs, I mean car payment, insurance, things of that nature, and my rent. I have nothing in savings, nothing. And that scares me because my vehicle is no longer a lease. It is, I purchased it outright, or I'm paying for it. So I have to handle all of the oil changes and all of that stuff on my own. And I need to, be able to put something away in the bank. But I found a lease. I mean, not a lease, a piece of land, 2 acres for 10,000, 1 acre for 7,000, I think. And I want to buy it. I want to buy some land somewhere. I want to find something comparable, and I just want to buy it. And then I want to just every year or two ship myself in a new tiny home from Amazon. They've got them for between $2,000 and $14,000. They're super updated, gorgeous, absolutely amazing, breathtaking, perfect for set houses. I mean, they're perfect for any kind of home, but especially a set house. It's not too much to pay for it. It protects you from the weather. You can update it and buy new ones periodically. Or you could just get, a little bit of an upgraded one and put it under almost like a carport and have a really, really, really cost-effective lifestyle that allows you to literally live just above the poverty line in luxury. Like, you're eliminating your rent by doing that, And it can still be a smart home, literally. It has all of the same functionality as any other home. Like, I don't know what this is doing. So we're looking into that. Real estate school has been not going well. I was starting to take it through Coursera, but I have absolutely no downtime at all whatsoever. So it's not at all like listen to this and retain or take notes. It's like you have to read, and take notes. And I can't do that while I'm driving. And when I leave the visit, I go directly to take Xavier to where he needs to go, which is in the center of the downtown area, right in the Loop, Gold Coast area. And then I'm like literally driving all over the place, everywhere. From, my farthest ride west so far has been DeKalb. My farthest ride north so far has been Wisconsin. My farthest ride south so far has been Indiana. So I've been kind of all over the place, and also local. So there will be days that I just stay in the Loop all day, or I'll be in the Loop 80% of the day and then shoot up to the north side and then shoot down to the south side and then shoot out to the west side or wherever. So that's all great and stable as ever, but there's been a lot of antagonizing behavior in the meantime. And, it would be a lie for me to say that it hasn't affected my ability to focus, concentrate, and bring forth my best self. I feel like it's very antagonized, and curated. So I'm hopeful that there will be solutions and resolution to that. And then other than that, I want to get back in the gym so much. You don't understand. You have no idea how bad I want to get in the gym. I am like having withdrawal from the Stairmaster. My glutes feel so much different. My hamstrings feel so much different. Everything feels, oh my gosh, wow, fantastic. Everything feels so much better when I'm able to use a stationary Stairmaster. It doesn't feel the same on regular stairs. It's not the same as a ruck. I do not get benefit for which I'm searching if I'm not using a Stairmaster, and it has to be an actual Stairmaster, not a stepper. So I'm very, 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 very eager to get back into the gym. If you are a sponsor or want to be a sponsor and you have a gym that has a Stairmaster and you want to donate use of that gym, please let me know. CocoAGoProSoloProduction@gmail.com. If you guys have any advice for Xavier with regards to feeling like his belongings are going to get taken if he sets them down, if you're a person who has ever been homeless before and then recovered and stood back up on your feet, and you experienced any sort of hardship or difficulty, how did you get back to your normal self? How did you get yourself, evolved forward into the version of yourself that doesn't need to carry around all your belongings? Yeah, I am. So, sounds good. So yeah, you guys, that's about it. That's about all I've got for today. I am going to start a new podcast called Riding in Ubers, or I don't know if that's already taken. If it is, it'll be something along those lines. And I'm going to script the podcast to be inspired by, but not completely accurate to, the Uber rides that I've been driving, and Lyft rides that I've been driving, and DoorDash deliveries that I've done in the past, and all of that. I think it'll be funny, so look out for that coming up soon. That's what's in production. $34 at Sephora. What else? I think that's all I had. I just want to make sure that I'm being very thorough in my documenting. Oh, the harassment. So I had to change my phone number again. So if you've been zelling me to my phone number, please don't, because I had to disconnect that. And I did have to change my phone number. Also, the new website will be rolling out sometime in the next 24 to 48 hours, I hope. It's just going to be a very simple website and landing page that basically explains all of the things that I have to offer. It's going to have a gallery for my Instagram news feed. And it's also going to have I'm looking for my moisturizer. It was right here in this bag where I always keep it, and I don't see it there now. But yeah, if you have historically been dating, I'm not dating, oh my God, what the heck, dating? If you have historically been donating, please use the new number to Zelle, not the old one. And I'm actually going to be providing you, if you contact me on the Coco a GoPro Solo Production email, or if you're not comfortable having your details saved and you want to do Snapchat, I'll have Xavier open up the Snapchat today so that he can, take donations if you'd like. If you want to be anonymous in your donating, which is totally understandable, and still very much appreciated. But yeah, the harassment, if you guys were here while I was reporting all of the harassment that I was experiencing, it started again yesterday, and I said, nope. The main reason why I needed that phone number that I was using when they were harassing me the last time and calling me all of those names was basically because we were houseless and I had called for shelter assistance, and I had been calling for 6 months, and they had been deflecting and saying there's nothing available, blah, blah, blah. And because they did that for so long, I didn't want to change my number because I thought there was like a long waiting list. Really what it seems like it was is they were just gatekeeping shelter beds and giving them to who they wanted to give them to. So now that I have my own place and I don't have like this open 6-month wait list for a shelter bed, I just changed the number immediately as soon as they started stalking. So it started yesterday morning. I changed my phone number yesterday at like 9:03. What else? So since I curated the Problems of the World photo shoot, which is like that big, huge globe, I haven't done any photo shoots since that day. I want to do something really cool, like anime or something. I really miss it, but I have to make enough money to support my family. And so working 7 days out of the week, every single day, every moment that I'm awake until my eyes are about to fall asleep, is what I have been told I need to do. And so that is what I will do. And who has told me to do that? Well, I have a budget and I don't make enough money right now to not do that. So literally my life looks like this. From the visit, I drop Xavier to his location, which is usually Northwestern or that approximate area. And then from there, I immediately begin working. I pick up anywhere from 10 to 30 people. And when my eyes are so tired that I can no longer keep them open, I go pick up Xavier. Or almost so tired that I can no longer keep them open, I go pick up Xavier. And then we go home. And Xavier's not legally allowed to live with me, but he's allowed to sleep over. So it's just been very stressful, you guys, if you could imagine that. Oh, he's not allowed to live with me legally because he's not on my lease. And he's not allowed to be on my lease because he has to maintain his address with his father. And he's not of sound mental health right now. And he's, just in the process of getting some sort of social security. Xavier is, which would be so helpful, but he's not on my lease right now, and he's not allowed to like receive mail at my house or live there or store his belongings there. But like I said to Xavier this morning, and you guys all know, Xavier has a father. His father has a 3-bedroom condo in the Gold Coast. Xavier has a condo in the Gold Coast to live in if he so chooses. That is the truth. His father said he can come home at any time that he wants to, and that the doors would always be open. I don't know, what that looks like. I don't know if his father, provides to him a nice, stable living situation, or if there's some other reason that Xavier's hiding from me that he doesn't want to go there. Either way, we're working through, and I appreciate telling you guys what's going on and having your support. And to those of you who donate, you have no idea how much I appreciate that. Like, my hair's so flat today. I was wearing it in oh, there we go. I really do appreciate it. And so let me take a moment right now. If I haven't said thank you enough, as many times as I should, thank you guys so much. Thank you for dealing with me being afraid and scared or nervous. And with all of the things that I've had to, go through, thank you. And just for still being here with me today, trying to keep up with what's going on, thank you. Because I'm in the same boat as you are. Like, I'm literally trying to make it make sense. And it's been very, very difficult, and it makes all the difference in the world. Oh, they diagnosed me yesterday with paranoid personality disorder with narcissistic traits. So that's my new diagnosis. I have PTSD and ADHD. That's my main diagnosis since I was 17 years old. But randomly they said, oh no, you don't have that. This is a doctor, I'm not allowed to say her name, but some random doctor basically said, oh, Heather has paranoid personality disorder with traces of narcissism and PTSD. And the ADHD is a separate thing. She's not like arguing or testing for that. She's just looking for psychological disorders. So ADHD is not like in the same classification. They don't test for, it's not the same style of testing. And so she's basically like not even addressing the ADHD and just basically saying for what she tested for, I have that PPD, paranoid personality disorder with narcissistic traits, and that it's incurable and chronic, and that I'm going to have it for the rest of my life, and that there's nothing I can do about it except possibly outpatient therapy, which I've already been engaging in for the longest time. I think that diagnosis, PPD, is para la basura. PPD no existen for me, in my opinion. Like, I don't know. I feel like all people who have been through the things that I've been through in the recent past would be not paranoid, but reasonably concerned and aware, and maybe even afraid at certain times. It was awful what we went through. Like, it was absolutely terrible what we went through. It was scary as you know what, like scary as fuck. F-U-C-K. I forgot I said yes, this is for kids too. And I don't think it's a real thing. And I think that it is kind of like a prison sentence. And I think when you Google it, if you guys read about it on Wikipedia, it says that it's not even acknowledged or accepted by, or it's losing its credibility and acceptance through the classification of psychological diagnoses. So it's like, maybe, and I even, when I questioned the doctor, I was like, do you continue your education and like find out what's going on today in the world of psychology? Because she graduated in 90, and to me it's like, we don't like look at those things the same way anymore. Like, I've made the conclusion myself that the majority of, oh my god, where's my oud and bermagut? I made the conclusion myself that when it comes to oh my gosh, put it in the small bag. Oh. Shout out to Sloan. Thank you for the sample of oud and bermagut. If I could find it. It's my favorite fragrance in the world. And Sloan at Nordstrom gave me a free sample yesterday. And I put it into my belongings. And I'm having a difficult time finding it. Huh. I don't know. I'll have to look later. But anyways, I gotta run, you guys. We have things to do. The visit is at 10:42. I mean, it's at 11, and it's 10:42 right now. So it was good to catch up with you, and I hope all of you are doing well. If you don't like me, please go away. Like, please, I'm having a rough go of it for real, and I have been for many years, for assistance since that time. If you are here to be mean to me, please just go away. Please. If you are here because you want to be supportive, you want to know what's going on, then thank you so much. And if you're here just because you're like, oh, you're just curious or whatever, then you're more than welcome to stay, but just please don't be mean to me. Like, please. And I hope you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you guys later.